Morning! We're finally here at Cadwell Park with the Junior Saloon Car Championship. It is round one, it's Friday, we're testing. It's very exciting times. Cadwell, bit of information. Longest track on the calendar, 2.18 miles. It's also probably the most narrowest track on the calendar. You can barely fit 2 cars wide. And I have to say, having walked the track last night, it is brilliant to drive and brilliant to look at. So I would recommend when spectators are allowed back, you should come and visit. Obviously, no spectators this weekend or at Croft, which will be next weekend. Hopefully spectators will be at Brands Hatch from the 1st and 2nd of August. So that should be exciting, my home event. And yeah, ready for a good race day. So we've got practice up next. We'll see how we get on in the slippery conditions. Really? Really? Good afternoon, Mark Frank. You having a good time?
Having a great time today, first day out. Everything's gone well, and we're just trying to sort out how to go pros. But that's our only little issue at the moment.
You'll have
We'll
to
get
see
there.
it.
We'll get there.
Practice day is done and dusted. Friday here at Cadwell Park is all done. Very good day with our sessions. A few hairy moments and witnessing a few hairy moments, but that's racing. But for tomorrow, well, it's not too early start. 11 o'clock practice, qualifying at 3 o'clock. It's looking like it's dry, so yeah, should be for a good day tomorrow. You can hear me over the wind. Doesn't have a name.
Unknown.
Unknown.
Anonymous.
Oliver.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Okay. Yeah, that is Bessie.
Do you want to name it?
Name your car.
Yeah.
What's the green hot rod out of Cars 1? That's what your car's called. Good morning, everyone. Today's a good day because today is the race day. First race of the year at Cadwell Park. Nice and sunny now. The sun's come out, the rain's gone. Oh, bit nervous going into my first race. Obviously I've been doing rolling starts for 2 years in junior road tanks. We've got to do a standing start now. So that's a new thing I haven't done since November of 2017 in the junior Subaru. So yeah, that's gonna be a new thing, warming up, warming the tyres and just being close with other competitors. Because we obviously karting, you can see how close you are. Anywho, a bit nervous for my first race, I won't lie, but I think nerves is a good thing. As Andreas always says, you're nervous, makes you sharp, you perform. Spray champagne. Don't think we have champagne. And if we get a podium today, that will be fantastic. But you know, racing's racing. We could get lucky at the end of the day. It's like P12 in both the races, and we'll see where we end up.
Hello and welcome to the voiceover for race number 1. So the lights are on. This is the first race. Lights are out and away we go. I get a pretty good start, but I go to second gear too early, and this cost me a bit of speed at the start. As you can see, Jake Weston and Ruben, little contact there, and they contact with Matthew Cripps. So I lift off a bit there because I don't want him to be turned around on the wall. I do lose a few positions here at the start, but over the races I do manage to gain them back. This was a bit of a shaky start for myself. It's obviously the first race start of the season, so I was a bit ooh, what happened, but so yeah, coming on to the back straight now and going up towards Park. The top corner, long straight here. I don't know if Alfie Jenkins, the car in front, had a bit of an issue, but he wasn't that quick in a straight line, as we'll see in the latter stages of the race. So down to third into Park, and Alfie gets a bit of oversteer, probably a cold left rear, and he's managed to extend the track a little bit there. So I've got a bit of a run here. Try to look up the inside, but then think better of it, as you know, this is a 15-minute race. We've still got some time to overtake elsewhere. So through the gooseneck and then down into Mansfields. As you can see, a very undulating track of Cadwell Park. As you see, there's about 5 cars in front of me here, and obviously through the Hall bends, it's going to get very concertinaed up. Alfie gets quite a good run on Oliver Cotton on the car in front and shoots around the outside. Into second gear, up the mountain. Brilliant section of the track here. It's quite hard to see because of the exposure on the camera, but it's the best we've got. So yeah, through the Hall bends. It's a brilliant photo of us coming through on the first lap. I'll whack that on screen now, if I got it. The car just looks out of gear then, but yeah, I get a whack in the back, bit of a concertina effect. And yeah, going through the hairpin and then into the final corner to finish the first lap of Cadwell Park from my field of view. At this point, I'm just starting to get settled into things. I don't want to get too cocky or whatever. Don't push too hard early on, so because some of the tyres might be a bit cold. As we go through the first corner, you'll see here I have a bit of a moment. Yeah, a bit of a moment there. There's just a bit of a cold left rear. I was quite lucky to get away with that. In the car, I didn't feel that big. Watching it back on camera, it was a bit of a hairy moment, so to speak. So as you see, Oliver's got a bit of a run on Alfie here, and he's thinking about, he moves one way, then moves back. So I'm trying to get a good run out this corner, and Oliver somehow slows up on the exit, and I just ran into the back of him there. It's a bit of a shame. And he moved on to later in the race, and as you can see by the amount of smoke that is pouring from Ashley Gregory's gearbox, so there's obviously gearbox fluid all on the track. A bit of a moment there. Then Archie Thompson absolutely sends it up the inside, or probably locks up on the oil. Luckily he didn't run into the back of me, but went up the inside. I was taking it easy through here. Obviously we don't want to spin off at all on the oil. Yeah, she pulls off into the pit lane. This is later on in the race now, so I got a good run on Alfie Jenkins up the inside at Park. Oliver Cotton had fallen off the track at this point, so I'd gained, I think I'm in 10th position here, so just battling over P9. Give Alfie racing room as he hangs it around the outside for the long right hander before the gooseneck. I'm thinking, oh, I've nearly got him here. And then Alfie, very, very good in the brakes, shoots around the outside, and I have to concede that position. Think about it getting into Mansfields, but decide to hang on. Trying to get a good run out of Mansfields and up into the mountain section. Set up into 4th gear. The glove box is opened now, which keeps happening in these races, which is quite funny. There you go. Alfie runs a bit wide at the entrance. I get a good exit, but not really a good opportunity to overtake him. Thinking about it into Hall bends, just trying to stay on the back of him through here. Up and then down again into the hairpin, into 2nd gear. Whack that inside curb. And then into 3rd before the final corner. You can see I gained a lot on there on the entrance. Bit of audio delay there, but it's not too bad. So yeah, up into 4th gear. I'm thinking, oh, I've got a bit of a run here. This is obviously the first uphill left hand of the first corner, so I'm going to go round the outside. I managed to get the position there, good move. So we've just started the penultimate lap. This is going down the gooseneck. As you can see, Harry Rice decides to become a lawnmower and go off the track. So I'm now up into P8, which is a brilliant result. You know, for the start of the season. Going across the start-finish line to start the final lap of the race. I can see him. I whack the glove box back in for some reason. So through the first corner, the explosion's a bit too high there, but it's a very fast left-hander. Bit of understeer as we go up and then down again onto the back straight. So obviously only a few more corners and a few more straights remaining to have completed my first junior car race. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but just as I come over the hill, I see the red flag has come out. I just acknowledge that. It's a bit of a shame the red flag come out because I was running in P8 and I could have finished in 8th, but I decided I finished in 10th instead. But hey ho, good start to the season, and yeah, this is my my feelings after the first race. Tense moment building up here, and the lights are out and away we go. I unfortunately didn't get into second gear. I didn't get a good initial start. I think my start in the first race was a bit better. With the second two, I didn't get in second this time. So yeah, Archie Handy and Molly Dodd have got past with them. Molly understeers wide, which I thought was a bit peculiar. So I then gained that position back. So I've got Archie Handy, Archie Thompson, both the archers in this. It's going to get quite confusing as we go through and onto the back straight. Now, I think continuing effect, Harry Rice got held up a bit. So me and Handy have got a good run up the hill. And just dives in for positions here. And then down to third, Archie goes off to the left. I've still got Thompson on my inside. Casting slip out of gear. Then there's a bit of an issue with Harvey Catton and Ashley Gregory going off for the left. So yeah, we all got held up a little bit, but not too much. And then Molly Dodd, I saw at the last minute decides to go up my inside into the gooseneck. I thought to concede that and battle on hard through the remainder of the race. So moving on here, it's a good battle between myself, Molly Dodd, Archie Thompson and Archie Handy throughout the whole race. My supercar was live streaming it and was watching us quite a lot. So yeah, Archie gets a bad run out of this one. It's a ding-dong battle with Molly Dodd through the Hall Bends. I'm looking to capitalise on this, obviously. Unfortunately, never really got the opportunity at this bit of the race. Come a few laps later, though. Archie Thompson ran wide, Molly Dodd got held up. Archie Handy goes for a move. I think, I've got an opportunity here and use a bit more of the track. Here goes, here's an outside view from one of my mechanics. Yeah, it's my broken wing mirror. Got it on the first lap, unfortunately. Yeah, second gear's there somewhere, James, and Thompson goes for a move on Handy. He's obviously at the hairpin, narrowest part of the track. I'm thinking I could get 2 for 1 here, a bit more contact, go up the inside, get a whack in the side, and then shift to third gear a bit too early, and then legacy of that contact, the fender betting on the wheel bit side, a bit of rubbing on the tyre, which was cost me a bit towards the latter stages of the race. Couldn't really attack once more, obviously, and then Thompson six out the inside. I thought I'd give him a bit of room because it's a fast bit of the track. Don't really want to end me race here. Bit more contact there, but you know, rubbing's racing, as they say. But yeah, first one I was just a bit of damage to the car, so I never really had the speed to fight back. So just starting past the finish line. So yeah, good result in the second race, finishing in 11th place and started 12th. So yeah, good weekend.